Oh yes. I swear every time I eat like chips, I get like a raspy voice. Or certain chips, I would say. Just reading. What happened?
I said sure.
Yeah, much better.
You can try that one if you want.
This one's better because it's a little bit lighter. So it like shows. Hi, Ozzy. Yeah, that was good. That meal was good. I'm satisfied.
I'm telling you, I feel like my stomach is smaller.
Hi. Oh, that's so cool. Evansville, Indiana.
Indiana.
Where's that at? Like, which is in the middle? More like East Coast?
I'm not sure actually.
I think.
Indiana.
Where's the phone?
Midwest.
Midwest.
I think.
The only, like, I know this song that I got in theater, I think Gary, Indiana. Wow.
The Google when you hit maps, if you don't have the maps app,
Oh,
it doesn't,
yeah.
like, it's so
It's
dumb.
the West.
Indiana, United States. Yeah, it's by Detroit. So, is that considered Midwest?
I do know.
I don't know either. But it's by Chicago, Detroit,
Ooh.
St. Louis.
Ooh.
It's in Indianapolis. There's Indianapolis. So there's Chicago, Michigan.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Oh,
Evansville, yeah. That's awesome. That's so cool. It's crazy how, like, when you look at the maps, how, like if you look at America and Australia, like, look at that. There's a whole freaking ocean.
That is a massive ocean between.
Massive ocean.
Like, look at, you can barely see.
I know. That's why, like, when I'm on the plane and you know how it shows you, I'm like, oh, you're here. I'm like, where? I see like the tip. Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring Richard to this conversation because it's some really cool news that we have. He just recently got his real estate license. So, for many of you that don't know, I do apartment tours here in Las Vegas, and I am not a real estate agent. I do not want to go and get my real estate license. I'm just not good at studying, so yeah, it's just not my thing. But Richard has been wanting to do real estate for a very long time, and he finally got the opportunity to study for it, and he got it. Which I'm super proud of him. So now that he has it, he can get into something called the MLS, which I think only real estate agents can do, right? So that you can see like homes, you can see apartments, you can see homes that are for rent and everything. So I'm gonna have him talk a little bit about it, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Did we lose the two people that were here?
Probably. That's fine.
We'll just wait then.
Well, they come back.
Oh, they do come back.
Yeah, like
Okay.
it comes back and stuff.
So, what we wanted to announce is basically because I have my real estate license now, we are going to offer kind of a more personalized way of being able to look for different either apartments. Now that I have access to the MLS, I'll have an opportunity to look at other types of properties besides just your typical apartments that you can find on like Zillow or apartments.com or just online in general. I'll have access to things like townhomes that are for rent or single family homes that are for rent. So things that are maybe a bit more appealing to some of you who have maybe families, or maybe you've got pets and you want to make sure that they have their own kind of personal
yard and
space.
stuff,
You
yeah.
want something with a yard. Those types of things, I'll have access to do that now. So what we wanted to kind of offer is a way for you guys who are maybe thinking about moving a little bit more sooner. So probably within the next, I would say 60 days, 90 days or so, if you are thinking about moving, whether you live in Las Vegas, whether you're moving to Las Vegas and you want to check out some other options outside of what maybe you've seen on the channel, things that maybe don't require, what do we call them?
Because some of
Resort
them,
fees
yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that. No fees
yes.
or anything like that.
Which Vegas is like hugely
Right.
known for that. So,
Exactly.
so yeah, it'd be really cool, you know. Sorry, continue.
No,
Whatever.
it'd be. I think it's gonna be a good chance for guys to get some variety and other options and other things that you guys would like to see. We'll basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up creating an email where if you guys are fit within that range of, again, 60 days or sooner, or maybe even closer to 90 days, whatever you guys can actually email and inquire with us. It's going to be sent directly to me. And what I'll do is I'll be able to put together, and I'll kind of work with you guys like one-on-one, to create kind of a strategy on whether you guys, what your budget might be is going to look like, because I'll have access to kind of put something together that fits within your budget, and we could basically line up properties that are going to fit what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And that's just another option that we'll be able to kind of provide you guys.
And I'm so excited about it because, like I said, he can get into properties that I can't do, you know, because I know a lot of you have asked me to do homes like for rent. Sorry, one second. There. You guys have asked me to do homes for rent, and it's a little like a gray area for me. So now that he's a real estate agent, he can definitely help with that. So yeah, like if you guys have a budget in mind, if you have an area in mind, or if you don't know the area, we will literally go see the area, and then we will add that, like how far everything is at. So I feel like it's gonna be really cool. But because he's a real estate agent, you'd have to work with him, which is cool because I will always be with him. So I would get to meet some of you guys that want to move to Las Vegas and don't want to buy just yet, and you just want to rent, but you also want to be renting in like a nice area and just, you know, just get familiarized with Las Vegas. Hey, Steve. Budget.
Let's see what this
Oh,
is.
I just want to say thank you, Steve, for the super thanks. Thank you.
Is that Steve who posted that? So actually, I was actually looking at a few different. It's funny that you asked that, because when I got access to the MLS here in Las Vegas, straight away I went into high rises, because I mean they're really cool places to live in, and the good news is I did find some high rises within that budget that are available, in really good locations, really central to everything, at some of the best high rises that Vegas has to offer when it comes. I mean, this is still Las Vegas. It's not, you're not going to get a high rise like you do in bigger cities, but I mean, as far as options, and I mean that budget is definitely something that I did see a few different options that were available at that price range. So I think that, I mean, if this is something that'll fit for you and you're looking to move within a certain period of time, again, we're going to leave an email where you guys can inquire, and we can kind of start building kind of a relationship that way. We can kind of start strategizing prices, and I can kind of come up with some options for you guys. The only thing is, of course, I won't be able to make videos, and that's the tricky thing is.
Oh yeah, that's something that we ran into. Like apparently to make videos, you have to contact them and they have to have like permission. But
it's a little trickier.
Yeah, but that does not mean though that we won't make a video outside of it and show you how far everything is at. We'll find a way. We'll find like a loophole. But hopefully they will be okay with putting it on YouTube. And if they did, even better.
One thing that I think that we can do actually is we could probably, because some of the high rises are all going to be in the same building, you know, like one of the popular buildings here in Las Vegas is the Jewel.
Yes, that's a huge one. Yeah.
What we could do is we can actually make a YouTube video showing the building, the outside, the exterior, what's around there, and then if that seems like an area where you guys are looking for an apartment, then that could be something that maybe we can connect, and then of course we'll be able to maybe line up a private showing where we could show you that apartment, to see if that's something that you guys want to move forward with and stuff. So
yeah, because I know Steve, you've been like struggling to find the right one through Evora, Vestra. So this is really cool. And if you want to stay in the art district, we lived in the art district for 2.5 years, and then we lived 2.5 years in Fremont area. So we really do know that area. So I promise you, Steve, I will leave his email on the community post on my YouTube, and just shoot him an email, and then you guys can go from there, and hopefully we get you an apartment right on the budget and the area that you want to be at. So I'm excited for that, and I get to meet some of my subscribers, which I'm super excited about the most. But yes, I'm super excited that you get to show them. So.
And I mean, we're still, me and Caroline are going to be basically a team, of course, you know, so this is still something that, let's see.
Oh, and then you love the art district for sure.
For sure.
So.
And that building that I have in mind right now is actually super like walkable. Like when they do the big First Friday festivals, which is a huge art thing actually, because most of the vendors there are artists who create stuff and are just showcasing their art, is literally probably about a maybe less than 10-minute walk away from that building. Very, very close, very central to a lot of things. So there is a lot of really, really good areas in that kind of vicinity. So you guys will be able to have access to some of those things, and hopefully, you know, kind of take you and give you private showings, or we can show you the spaces and hopefully be able to find you the right, you know, either apartment, condo, whatever that might be.
And let's say they don't allow us to film it, I will still go there and show you how far everything is at, like how far Walmart is, Target, shops, and all that stuff as well. So don't worry about that one. But we got a comment. It says, from Miss Lottie 20, what does your credit score has to be for high rise?
So one of the common ones, I mean, everybody's going to have something different. A common one that I've been seeing since I've kind of been just kind of playing around with everything and just kind of searching through properties was 600 or above. So that was the more common thing. And again, some of these properties are going to be more restrictive on, of course, credit scores and things like that. Pets is another thing that I saw. Some single family homes, they may not allow certain type of pets. They may not even allow pets at all. So there is still some, you know, things that some drawbacks to everything. And kind of part of what we're going to do is kind of find something that fits what you guys are looking for. If you guys got pets, I won't show you properties that aren't allowed to have pets. You know, we'll come up with what you're looking for, what you need, what budget, and then that way I can line up properties that'll fit that and show you guys those and hopefully get you into one of them.
And what's so cool, you guys, like when we saw the MLS thing, like the program that he uses to find like all of that, there was so freaking many of like homes, apartments that I have not even seen. I can't even find them like on apartment.com or Zillow. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, that is available? I'm like, wait a second. So that's why I'm super excited to have him on my side to help me with that. That way I can show, I would say more in depth of things that we don't see, or you guys see with me. Thank you for the info. You are welcome, Miss Lottie.
Of course.
But yeah, I would say what I ask in the apartments, like about credit and stuff, they say if it is low, you just have to put a higher deposit. But that does not mean that you get rejected. A lot of people say the only time they will reject you is if you've had an eviction or something like that, and that hasn't been settled. So that is literally it. But we both don't have the best of credit, and the apartments that we've lived in here in Vegas, we had to pay a higher deposit. So yeah, don't be worried about that. Just as long as you don't have like any evictions, then you'll be fine.
And again, I think this is great because it's just another option. You know, if maybe what you're seeing as far as like what apartments are out there, maybe the price range is too much. I know one of the things that me and Caroline, when we were looking for an apartment, we would find an apartment that maybe fit within the price point that we were looking for.
Yeah.
And then after hearing about the different fees that were on top of that,
We were
that
like,
budget then all of a sudden, knocks us out of the apartment
Yeah.
because now we've got to take into consideration $200+ more in fees for, you know, a pool and on all these things that, you know, maybe we'll use 20% of the time. So I think that's where the other advantage comes if you decide you want to rent maybe a single family house or a townhouse. You know, you're not going to necessarily have to pay these resort fees because sure, you're not going to get a pool and all that stuff. But again, I mean, I think me and Caroline in the places that we've lived, I mean, although they've got great amenities, I mean, we probably spend 90% of the time in our apartment, and then the other 10% maybe using those. So it's like, is it really, are we really getting our money's worth when we're using it? And if you're that type of person who doesn't really use all those things, or maybe you might want to use the gym, but you don't really use all the other amenities that the apartment has to offer, and it's just those fees are just kind of knocking you off of that kind of budget that you had in mind. Well, this could be another option where we can maybe show you something else that fits within the budget, just a different style of house. So
yes. And Linda, yes, actually, we saw a Toll Brothers townhome. So, hi Ray. We saw a townhome in Henderson, and as we were driving, I passed a senior living apartment, and I'm going to do a video on that one because that one was so freaking nice, like from the outside. So I'm definitely going to check that one out for you as well because it is in Henderson. So yes. Make sure that we are up to date.
Yeah, we didn't miss any questions, did we? I don't think so.
No. But yes, Las Vegas is known for their fees, so we will definitely help with that.
Especially the new apartments that are coming up because they're building them so beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're very beautiful.
Very nice.
Super nice. But of course that comes at a cost, so.
Yeah. No. The shaking.
Oh, sorry.
The table shaking. I always shake. So I was like, what the hell?
I always shake my knees.
I know you do.
I can't sit still.
No, he doesn't. I don't believe so. I feel like you would just, that would be under credit.
I mean, those are things that we can definitely look into.
We will.
I know, of course, depending on your, you know, the certain situations, I mean, that might eliminate you from some type of, you know, specific properties and things like that. But I mean, we'll be able to kind of find something and just really look into what really makes the most sense and stuff. So.
And I'll actually definitely ask that question the next apartment that I go to, or some of the apartments that I'm gonna go to, because that's a good question. I would hope they say that you just have to give a bigger deposit. But yeah, I don't think that would be a big issue, but we will definitely do a research on that for here in Vegas. But thanks for the question, Denise. Appreciate it. It's actually fun having you here. It's actually really fun, you guys. I'm definitely not good at like stuff when it comes to like homes and stuff, but 215 or so. Hey, listen, I totally agree with you. Mescalad, cannot wait, yeah. And there's an actual, so we actually used to live in the art district on top of Tacotarian and Estes Kitchen. It was a KLA property, and there was a Mescalad that opened across from us, and we got so tanked because they were giving free shots of tequila, right?
But different, like mezcal. Yeah, they had like
smoked. Like a smoke. And... we got so tanked. But yes, you're very welcome, Janice. So yeah, but yeah, it does get hot here, you guys. It gets about I would say go to 114 Fahrenheit, not Celsius, Fahrenheit. But at night it gets even hotter. So yes, but that was Aussie. We are going to cut the live, so we go and probably take Aussie out. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave his email again on the my community YouTube, so it's gonna be really cool. Yes, so the Santi, I actually did a video on the Santi. Love that apartment. I even said on that apartment, like once where we live, like we stopped the lease, we might go there because that's how nice it was. But I really do love the Santi, so you would really like it too.
I do remember you
Yeah.
came back, like
Yeah.
you were like, oh my God, I can't, like, I think that's going to be the next apartment.
That's literally what I said. That's how much I liked them.
You
so
said that
much.
one has a sister property that is almost the same. Which one was, didn't you say that one had their sister property to
I think
another
I
one?
put it on the video. I'm not sure.
Because that
I
one is
think
all
they
the
did.
way,
That's in Henderson,
it's in
like
Henderson,
where we
right?
were.
Yeah.
But it was like more towards like California, like the highway. Thanks again for. You guys, you are so welcome. Like I appreciate you guys just watching, supporting me. And that means the world to me. So now that I got him that can help with that, I even feel even better.
You'll probably see me more often now in some of the videos.
Yes. Loved your 211 story, hilarious. Oh, listen, the 211 was so much fun when we moved there, right? We had a lot of fun, but we definitely have a lot of stories that, no, definitely look somewhere else. So not the 211.
Oh, we got another question. That's a tricky question because believe it or not, the more budget friendly apartments that we kind of rent into are usually closer to the downtown area, which of course is closer to kind of the more homeless populations.
Yeah.
There is some parts that are a little bit better than others. I know that the Arts District has a lot of really good budget friendly apartments nearby, and that is a step safer. It's a little bit safer than, let's say, the Fremont or the downtown area of Las Vegas. It's still gonna have some sketchy stuff from time to time. I mean, there was where we were living, there was a whole building that caught fire because of the homeless people.
Yeah, it was bad.
But I would still say that in terms of like, would you rather live in like near Fremont or would you rather live in the Arts District? The Arts District is known for more local bars and local hangouts, so you're not gonna get a lot of those tourist people. But the Arts District is like a tiny little pocket, and it's like literally one street over from Las Vegas Boulevard,
which is
where there's a lot of hostels and motels, and it's so close, but they're like two different worlds. But I would say that's a little bit safer.
Like he saw an apartment that was $780, right?
I have seen some apartments that are pretty low in cost as well.
But the area,
no,
like please don't. You know what I mean? Because it was bad. Like the outside, when you looked at it, you're like, wow, yeah, that's pretty bad. But yeah, it's crazy. The further down you go on Fremont is where you start to see the most sketchy homeless people. And let me tell you, they're not the friendliest. They are not friendly. Like they don't even want food. They want straight up money. Like, so yeah. What an area in Vegas that we should avoid? So I would say, let me see. Let me pull up the map real quick.
Should we say certain parts of North Las Vegas? Because we always avoid them.
So anywhere from here there is probably not the best. And the reason I say that is because it is like the Paradise, Sunrise Manor, Nellis, like near the Nellis Force Space. The reason I say that is because when me and Richard moved here to Vegas first, we were looking at the prices, right, first, because we had a tight budget. I think the most that we could pay was like $800. Mind you, this was like 2019. So that for us, we were like, holy crap. so we were looking around the Sunrise Manor and Winchester, Paradise, Whitney, and we were getting so scared because we could not find anything that looked safe. I remember this one apartment, you know, I think it was going for 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, was going for like 600 and something. And Richard was like, let's go check it out. We went, and immediately I turned to him and I was like, I'm not going. No, I don't want to. Like, it doesn't look safe. And then of course, as soon as I said that, like, police cars just start driving so fast into the apartment, and you know, I just was like, no, let's not do this. So I would say around those areas, like the Sunrise Manor, parts of North Las Vegas, Nee Nellis Air Force Base, and Paradise, and Whitney, and Winchester. So any of those, I would say stay away from. But we got another comment. It says, are you reviewing downtown Henderson? Thanks for what you do. Yes.
That's actually an area we've been wanting to look into, mainly because there is a new build apartment that I think opened like maybe last year.
Yes.
That offers studios, and it's like right downtown. They just don't open on Saturdays.
Yes.
That's that building that.
Yeah, and they haven't opened. I remember I contacted her through email. They're
still
not open yet, but like the LA Sun, you guys, I've actually contacted the manager of the LA Sun. They're not ready yet. I guess they have like certain things that they need to fix. So they're not ready for like any openings or just touring as well. So I'm just waiting on that email, and the minute that she says, come and review it, my ass is gonna be there. So, but yes, I definitely want to do downtown Henderson. So yeah, it says noted. Seems like west southwest areas are nicer, assuming because of the cost of apartments. Yeah, I would say also Enterprise, Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond is really nice. I personally like it, and I feel like they are really putting a lot of money in that area, because when we moved, there was so much land. Now, when we go there, all that land that was like not being used back then, they have all these apartments. So yeah, it's expanding a lot. But yeah, those are my favorite areas anyway. So yeah. Aw, thanks, Ronnie. You are so welcome. This is cool. I like this. I like it. Ooh, what's the matter, boy? I was just like, I like it too. Jesus, look how red it is. Traffic, yeah. Also, too, what would you say would be a negative of living in Las Vegas?
So Las Vegas grows really, really fast. I think in the last 5 years that we've been here, it's always growing. So the drawback is that there's always construction going on because they're constantly expanding.
Yeah.
If they're not expanding the roads, they're expanding the freeway. Sometimes both at the same time. So I think that's been like the biggest thing, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a huge thing. And a huge thing. Did I say that right? I swear my accent. But look, you guys hopefully should do more live streams. Hell yeah, we're gonna do some more, right? So keep a lookout. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel like Vegas was not prepared for how fast this state would grow.
Yeah.
So you can definitely see it that there's just so much construction happening and they don't even know what to do. But you know what really pisses me off? When you go on the freeway and you see they only have one freaking lane and you see all these freaking like trucks and everything. There's not one person working on them. And I'm just like, where are yous? Like, where are yous? Oh, that's probably the most
Vegas
annoying.
likes to start a new project before they finish an old one. So
that's like the best way to say
the
it.
guy who's probably winning in all this is the guy who makes those yellow cones.
100%. He's a multimillionaire somewhere out there.
They definitely have an endless supply, and Vegas has an endless amount of, I don't know.
Like endless roads that need them.
They have so many ideas, and they're so optimistic that they can complete all of them at the same time, but they don't.
But that is so true. Let's see. Being from downtown LA, I'm excited to move there before the major boom Vegas will experience in the coming years. Hollywood will most definitely be moving there. Housing will go up for sure. Yeah, I have a best friend that lives here, that was born here, and she says that she's like, it's crazy how fast Vegas is growing, and like you said, now that Hollywood is coming here, I feel like yeah, it's just gonna get even busier and whatnot. I personally think that some apartments, I would say some apartments are charging way too much. And the reason I say that is because it's still Vegas. It is desert. You are dealing with like one of the hottest summers, right? Because it's desert. You don't have a beach nearby. You know, you do have lakes and whatnot, but I just feel like they are trying to say like, hey, we're like California, and so they're trying to push the California prices, and I just don't think that they are. You know, like LA, obviously they have beach, they have theme parks, they have mountains, they have desert, so they've got like everything in one city or one state.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Vegas needs to calm down with their prices because I'm like,
Yeah, Vegas is getting crazy with
yeah,
that.
like I'm just like, what, you know? Too much. The Elysian. Let me see the end. Yeah, I agree with you, Ray. But
They're the OGs of the
fees.
resort of the fees. Yeah, seriously. They will not disappoint. If it's gonna be an Elysian property, you're more than likely
are gonna be paying those fees for sure. Now, don't get me wrong. They definitely, like, the newer Elysians are very nice inside. Like they really put a lot of thought of the gym, the pools, the basketball courts. Like they really do put a lot in. But again, during the summer when it's like 115 Fahrenheit outside, you know, I'm pretty sure no one's playing basketball. You know?
Well, with Elysian, what I always think about with the Elysian properties is there's two kinds of people, right? Like, do you care about the way your apartment where you're gonna be at most of the time looks like, or do you care what the amenities that are around the apartment are gonna be? Because if you're someone who really probably won't take advantage of having 3 spa-like pools and the hot tubs and the tanning machine and the salon and what else do they have? Some of them
Massage
have
places,
massage
yeah.
places. Some of like all that built in. Like they put most of their money into the way that the actual building is gonna look like. And I think me and you have found that like their apartments inside are pretty nice,
yeah,
but
they're nice, yeah.
you're not gonna get anything like super fancy, right?
Yeah.
So you're really paying for what you have outside of the walls of where
Yeah.
you're gonna be staying at. So if you kind of think of it that way, you're like, well, I mean, does that kind of outweigh the pros and the cons, and Elysian's really gonna impress you with what's outside and not so much with the inside, in my opinion.
So it says, I might have to hit up Seagull Suites. Please don't. I promise you, I will look for a good apartment with a good budget in a nicer area. Please, I will do my best. Trust me, I promise I would. So Beta said, we signed a lease for Aspire at Redwood. Hell yes. I think his name was Zachary. Yeah, Zachary at Redwood. Oh, Aspire at Redwood. Super friendly, you guys. So chill, so down to earth. So congratulations on moving there, because it's a really good place. It says, I just moved on Monday, and when deciding about the apartment, I went straight to your channel. Ronnie, that's so cool. Honestly, I'm glad I could help, honestly. So congratulations. Hey, Caroline. I actually have that one on my list. Yes. Tanisha, I do have that one, the Adler in Henderson. So definitely keep a lookout on that one. I work remote, so both. So some people, exactly. So some people would prefer the Elysian that want to get out of their apartment. I feel like the Elysian, that is probably the best apartments to go to that offer you so much outside of your apartment.
Yeah, because I think when we went to so Elysian literally tries to make it feel like you're in a resort somewhere. So basically, you can walk out. They have a lot of seating area outside. They have a lot of different places where you can
Yes.
sit and kind of work and make phone calls or whatever it is. Just relax outside. So
And
they do. You're
the
gonna get that with them.
and the Elysian at the Post, that is a brand new Elysian that they opened up, I think somewhat last year. I would say that area as well is probably an amazing area, but also they have so many events that they do. So you will probably meet so many people, and that way you can establish like a good community feel.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like most of these newer communities, they tend to do a lot of events to kind of keep people together.
Yeah.
Some of them will do like lunch outings, or some of them will do, like I think at the art district, we've seen some that do like little outings from time to time and
Yes,
things
yeah.
like that. So depends. I mean, that's something that definitely a lot of places, especially the newer places, I think,
Yeah, that they
like
offer
to do that.
yeah. Like the one we lived at a KLA Capital property, and they did not offer a wash and dryer, which that was I mean, that was annoying. But we were at the art district, you know what I mean? Like it was so much fun. Like we had so much fun. We would go to some restaurants that were opening, so we would go to the opening for that. I mean, you do meet people because they're very friendly down there, but it's not like a community that you can establish within your apartment. So the Elysian is definitely a go for that. What are your thoughts on society in Henderson? I honestly,
They tailgate.
they tailgate in Henderson. That's probably one thing I will say.
Tailgate a lot.
Yeah, that. But yes, the society in Henderson, they a really nice property. I love it. I mean, they have a two-story, like, so you have one apartment downstairs and then you have the second one upstairs. So they're only two-story apartments. The one thing I will say that I like about apartments like Society is that they have the upstairs like indoor. You know what I mean? So you go from the bottom, you go upstairs to your apartment. So it's very clean. I will say that. It's very quiet as well because of the area. You are surrounded by so many factories. Well, what do you guys call them? Like factories?
like
Amazon,
warehouses,
warehouses. Yeah. So you are surrounded by a lot of warehouses in that apartment. So you won't have like a massive crowd of cars going in and out all the time. You'll have a lot of trucks. So, but honestly, great area. You are a little bit far away from Las Vegas, like downtown. I think it said like 25 minutes away. So yeah,
about half hour.
yeah, it is a little bit of a drive, but yeah, I mean, it's very, very nice. So my thoughts on it is good.
I literally thought you meant society, like what the society.
I know when you said much. No, but in all honesty, though, they do
So I'm
drive.
like, tailgaters, they tailgate all the time. I'm like, oh, you're talking about the apartments society, not literally the society.
No.
'Cause I'm like, they tailgate.
Yeah, they did tailgate. I will say that, and they tried to cut us off.
Yeah,
like,
they were crazy
bad.
drivers.
I was like,
"What's up,
wait,
man?"
what? What's happening?
I'm only visiting. Chill.
Yeah. Just, thanks again. You're really helping out the Vegas community. Hell yeah. And I have the best subscribers, I feel. I have the best community in this YouTube channel. I honestly feel like I do. So it's really awesome. And you're very welcome. So do you have a recommendation for pet groomers or boarders in Henderson, Las Vegas? I'm a fur baby parent. Oh, so are we. So, I would have to do research on that. I did work at a vet hospital near Boca, like near Charleston, Boca. And that really gave me a bad taste of that place just because I saw the behind the scenes and how they would treat the dogs and whatnot. And yeah, I didn't really like it, but I will definitely look at that. I will look at the reviews and probably just go in there as well and just have like a feel for it. Because I know where I used to work, the people that would board their dogs, they would come and actually, you know, like they wanted to see. And yeah, I will do that. I will definitely do a research on that one because we take Ozzy everywhere with us now
That's
because
because he's tiny though. He's
yeah,
small.
that's true. But also too, you know, just I don't know, Ozzy is he's just a baby and we love him so much and we did it once here and he came home with like a scratched nose and like it we yeah, no, never again. But he's a tiny dog, but I will search for that because that's a good question and yeah, and have a feel for it, you know. Just want to make sure I'm catching up on everything. Cool, this is a lot of fun. I'm happy here. We just had wings, you guys, and now we're gonna have donuts. Do you guys want to see the donuts?
Oh yeah, we tried.
Good.
We found a new spot called
Called Yo Nuts. And literally, you guys, when we went in there, they were like, "Yo," and I was like, "What's up, homie?" We're like, "What's up?" But look, oh, it looks so good. Woo.
So that's cinnamon toast crunch, and this is a Nutella one, and then these are just
Maple and chocolate. So freaking good. Goodbye Peloton because I did Peloton today and I was with nothing.
This place is known though. They told us that they were known for their
Ice cream.
They make like ice cream sandwiches. They'll cut like a donut in half, and they'll put like a scoop of like some random flavored ice cream, and then they'll like put it like smash it on like a waffle iron pan type thing, and give you a sandwich.
I filmed because I'm gonna be doing a vlog, so you'll see the Yo Nuts. But yeah, we've never tried this, so I'll let you know in the vlog. Ray said, "Damn, those look good." They sure do. Oh yeah. All right, guys. So if you guys want to scan this one, it will lead to Richard's Instagram, and then that way you guys can contact him as well if you have any questions. So hopefully it works. Right?
We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Pink box
Oh,
is
yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
We love the pink donut ones. So yeah, we've tried those.
Yeah, they have good. They have this really nice one that has, I think it's like a regular glazed, and then they cut it in half, and then they just add a bunch of cream inside it with strawberries.
So good.
That one's a really good one.
So we have a question, Beta. Any tips on people moving from California? Landlord laws? Question mark. Is auto insurance super expensive? Also heard the casinos on the strip offer freebies to local, just making conversation flow.
Ooh, well, I actually was in the car insurance business and homeowners insurance business for like 10 years.
He hated it, just same.
Just to give you an idea, I actually sold insurance in California before too. So you're probably gonna see a difference in your premiums when you move to Las Vegas because compared to what I remember seeing, unless prices really went up a lot in terms of like auto insurance specifically, I remember car insurance being a lot cheaper in certain parts of California versus here in Las Vegas. There is a lot of, it's a lot higher rates here. I mean, our price basically from Arizona doubled as soon as we moved to Las Vegas. So I would probably say it's safe to say that it'll probably go up. I mean, it may not double like ours did, but I would probably prepare for it to at least go up a little bit.
But shop around, you guys, because we were with Geico for 10 years. And how much was it with them? Like, it was like 2 something.
Yeah, it was like, we were paying for like one car, we were paying over $200, like close to like $250, $260.
For a Toyota Corolla 2014 car. And that was downtown. And we were like, okay, well, you know, we've been with you guys for 10 years. And obviously they give you the spiel of like, oh, thank you for being with us for 10 years, but we can't do nothing about it. So we shopped around and we found a price that works for us. So I would definitely recommend to shop around for insurance, because what we do notice a lot here is that there's so many California plates. Because what did you say that
Because registration is really expensive here too.
Yeah.
For if you have a newer car. Because here in Las Vegas, depending on the year that of your like the make and the model and the year of the car was made, when you do your registration here, they typically charge you based on the MSRP of the car versus what you actually paid for the car. So for older cars, maybe not so big of a deal, but if you drive a newer car, just kind of prepare for that. Also, this is a really strict state for having insurance. It is an automatic, I think it's over $1,000 if you drive without insurance for your first ticket. I think it's like $1,000 ticket with no insurance. If you do it again, I think it goes up to like 1,500. So it's like, yeah, they take it super serious here. So make sure you have insurance. Shop around, like Caroline said.
Yes,
there's a few good carriers here though, and I think Geico for a minute was okay. So Geico's a really good company. Progressive, like those are your typical ones, and then some of the sleeper companies like AAA is really good. And keep in mind, AAA in Nevada offers a 1-year policy. So if you want to lock in your price for a longer period of time, go with a company like AAA because the other ones are only going to offer you a 6-month policy.
Yes. Hey, Shanti.
Insurance 101.
Yeah, that was good information. I didn't know some of that.
Haven't had that conversation in a while, over a year now.
It's like you got into it. You're like, yes, how are you? That's funny. But yes, let me see. Also that the casinos. Okay, so when we first moved here in 2019, I would say the casinos definitely would offer certain things, but definitely on the strip, no.
So the one thing they do offer, I guess I will say this. So, and this is why it's important though. I think a lot of people who don't switch over their licenses from another state when they move here, you're not going to get some of the benefits like, for example, at the outlets at downtown.
Yeah.
If you don't have a local license, it is going to be $5 per parking. If you have a state ID, it is a free parking at the outlets downtown. Different places, for example, like I think it's all MGM properties, give locals up to 3 hours of free parking on the strip in their properties. But you need your license, and it has to be a Nevada license because you've got to scan that barcode, otherwise they're going to charge you.
Yeah.
So of course that doesn't apply to like special events and things like that.
Yeah, when special events come, forget
everything's
it.
out the door.
Yeah, everything's
paying.
out the door. But look, how is taxes when it comes to paycheck in Nevada? Because I plan on moving to Henderson. That's a good question.
Well, I guess you don't get state taxes here in Nevada.
That's one thing. I will say, yes, you don't get state taxes, but we have found out that the groceries, I guess the whole Nevada, we are #1 of high groceries. So that's one pinch that we definitely felt since 2019, and now that it's 2024. You definitely feel the pinch of everything being expensive. Just for $60, you guys, like we got like one bag and it was already like $60, and I'm like, oh, jeez, fuck. Like, dude, like I look at my fridge sometimes and I'm like, what did we buy?
We have like,
just like what?
2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola and
that's
some
it.
deli meat.
Yeah, and bread. Yeah, that's cool.
No, I think with that, I think that you find that we didn't really run into any states that do like other places have, like there's a lot of fees for things here. Like things cost money. Yes. So I feel like Nevada's like, yeah, you don't pay state taxes, but if you want to do all the cool stuff that Vegas has to offer, it could be expensive.
Yeah. But again, that's like, we don't go to the strip as often. But when we do, I feel like the most would be like what, $60, $80 that we spend. And this is just us walking around, so it should be fine.
There will be an Aldi's in Henderson. I think Henderson is getting the first one Aldi's in Vegas.
And then Zachary from Aspire Redwood told me that in front, they're going to build one. So
that's around the
Arroyo,
like, just like southwest area of Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, shopping 99 cents. Oh, wait, they're shutting it down. Oh my God, I know. We have a 99-cent store like close to us, and they are completely like, they've gone out of business. Like they put the sign up like, hey, like you want to get stuff, like come in. But that sucks, you guys, because that's what helped me and Richard when I first moved to America. We were shopping there a lot of the times. I mean,
that's the place to go for snacks too.
yeah, that's
Like,
true.
For all the snacks.
Yeah, but I remember we would get like actual groceries,
Yeah.
like produce. Sometimes I would have chicken. So it's really sad that they're going away. You know, it's just like it's not fair. But how is the healthcare over there in Nevada, coming from New York City?
Well, lucky for us, we haven't gotten hurt. That we
Thank
don't
God.
have it needed.
Knock on wood.
But there's a lot. I mean, I noticed there's a lot of urgent cares.
Yes.
There's a lot of hospitals in different places, so I
Yeah.
would imagine it's pretty good. We actually, when we were driving from Henderson, we were seeing a brand new
Hospital. Yeah.
on Henderson being built.
Yeah.
And you can pretty much find them almost everywhere. They've got they've got them spaced out pretty well. So urgent cares are almost everywhere too.
Yeah.
So
I would say here it's definitely in almost every corner, like urgent cares and hospitals. Like it's very accessible as well, so it's cool.
he's like, hell yes,
Snacks from 99 cents.
He already knows. The 99-cent OGs know that was a place to go for snacks.
It was so cool when I first saw the 99-cent store, because in Australia you don't have that. So when he took me, I was like, wait, 99 cent? He's like, yeah. And so we went, and it actually said 99 cent, like everything. And I was like, oh, okay.
Everything
right.
back in the day when it was everything 99 cents. Yeah, you couldn't find anything over 99 cents back in those days.
I was about to ask that too. Any independent bookstore recommendation? Ooh. Dollar store is good though. You're right, Ashanti. I still love the dollar store. I get all my cups from the dollar store, so I love that. But any independent bookstore, there is one. I would say. Bookstores. I'm trying to think if they have some like in the art district, but I don't remember.
I think you know where there might be one on Fremont. There was.
Let me see. I'm trying to see like the art district. The Writer's Block. That's the one. I remember. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. That's a really popular place.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The Writer's Block. You have to go there.
It's like a cafe, isn't it? Do they have food in there as well?
So just put that, save it. Let me see. Hopefully, yeah. This is what it is. This is how it looks. The Writer's Block. You guys, I literally worked down the road from that place. Loved it. I'm not into books, but that made me want to read a book because it was
Clearly,
so
we're
organized.
just like, is there a bookstore? And we're like, books? What are books?
Yeah, but I remember that one because I did an Instagram reel on that because I mean I loved it. Like it was, it's so freaking cool. They have like
Aesthetically,
coffee.
it's really cool too.
So definitely put that there.
And it's right next to the Beverly Theater, so the new theater that they built there. So there's.
And that is downtown Las Vegas, so that's closer to Fremont area. But it's really nice, you guys. So definitely, Tanisha, put the Writer's Block and then just put them. It's really, really nice. Don't you want me to? This is so much fun. I don't want to get up. But the donuts are staring at me. I don't want to get up.
The donuts.
All right, guys. You guys have been so cool to just hang out with. Thank you for, accepting him into my channel. But yeah,
Rapid fire questions. No? Okay. Guess not.
But thank you, and I really hope that one day I get to meet you guys. I definitely want to set up something now that he's got his real estate license. We're going to be doing a lot more like events outside. So when we do that, I'm going to obviously vlog it, but I'm also going to let you guys know, so that way you guys can come say hi to us and we get to know you guys personally now. So it'll be really cool. All right, guys, have a great night. It is Friday. Stay safe. Oh, you're very welcome, Ray. Yes. All right, guys, have a good night, and I will see you in my vlog, hopefully this weekend. Next week is going to be busy, so stay tuned. I'm going to be putting so much more out. And now that I have this guy, he's going to help me. So stay tuned, but I will see you guys next time. And hopefully, yeah, we show you guys more apartments.
Cool.
Bye, guys. All right, where to go? Good night, Leticia. Bye, Denise. All right, how am I going to see? I don't even know how to get off.
You just hit the little X up there.
Bye, Vita.